Ben here from Stella, talking about the latest G2 version of one of our boats, and that would be the S14S. It is our new sit-on-top, cool with all kinds of sleek new features. Let's wander off to the bow and work our way down the boat. First thing you'll notice is we've gone with the carbon handle to make it look a little more racy. People just prefer the look of this over the rubber handle. The bow has been peaked a little more in the deck to allow to shed water and wind and stuff like that. And then we've added a little bit of a bulkhead / cockpit area. Onto this section you can add a hatch if you want. Right now you can see it's fitted with the vent. This is what comes standard. Standard also as you go into the cockpit are the easily adjustable foot pedals, making it an ideal family boat. Just adjust these as you need. It can be done from the seated position. In the middle also, you can see we have a heel lock. This keeps some water out of the cockpit area to keep it a little lighter. Also, it's a wider cockpit, so therefore it keeps your heels more in line with the foot rests and pedals. Just one note on these foot pedals, the top moves to steer. So it's not push-push, just use your top of your feet to steer and the balls of your feet sit on the footrest. If you want, you can mount a track on this section through here. We've got the standard water bottle holder, leash holder, and then we have the addition of the Clam shell seat. This seat comes as an extra. It comes standard with just the seat back, but this is a very worthwhile extra for a lot of folks. As you can see, it comes with D-rings, the seat does, and you have to install those yourself. It's super simple, just 4 screws and done. Coming through to the back of the boat, recessed deck fittings, and then a nifty little feature here, we've got some recesses that you can put a track in. So if you wanted to mount a fishing rod or some kind of GPS or something, there's little recesses here specially made for that, or anything else you might want to add. We've gone with the large hatch cover on the back, make it easy to stow stuff, and your up-haul line comes back through here. Understern rudder fitting is standard in this boat. Typically, this boat would come with a understern rudder if it's an Advantage, Excel, or Alpha setups. Multi-sport usually comes with the overstern. The overstern, as you can see, is a kick-up. Right now I have a little bungee I put here for when I'm transporting the boat, so it's impossible for it to fall out. We'll talk about that later. Flipping the boat over. As you can see, the biggest change in this boat is we put a much bigger flat section through the middle here. This is to increase the primary stability to make it a lot more family friendly. We've also increased the overall waterline length and changed the rocker around a little bit. So it is actually just as efficient as the earlier S14S, but we've added a chunk of stability and kept its speed up. With it sitting a little higher on the water, we've also managed to keep its maneuverability pretty good. You can see the bottom of the Rotor baler here. The baler, remember, we work in a forward-backward motion, so I'm going to use my hand instead of my heel to move it. 1 click is 1 down, 2 clicks is 2 down. So once I've got the boat moving, this will empty the boat very fast. 1 click down, less resistance, keeps the boat empty whilst chugging along. Coming around here through to the bow, we did increase the waterline length of the bow fairly significantly and therefore had to change the rocker profile through here. And we kept just a little more keel line to make sure it tracks for when anyone wants to use a wing or something like that. S14S G2, more stable, just as efficient. Cracking.